Well, we've gotten a lot of stills and a trailer for Blue Beetle, but we have yet to see the main villain of the movie. Well, until today. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about our favorite source, Merch Leaks, and this first look at Carapax. Well, as of right now, we still don't really know if Blue Beetle is going to be part of the grander DCU. But we have gotten a first trailer, a great look at the character. As a matter of fact, we got a new still the other day, and now we have our first look at the villainous Carapax. Now, one of the things we say on this channel is we love merchandise leaks, and this one comes via Funko Pops. Obviously, this isn't a really clear look at the character in action on film, but it does give us an idea of what they've done and how they've actually altered the character from the comics. Now, before we take a look at the Funko, though, I wanted to give a shout out to my favorite podcast on the internet, Who Would Win? Who Would Win is a geek and comedy podcast that debates battles between superheroes and villains from the worlds of comic, sci-fi, and fantasy. These guys give an incredibly educated take on each of these characters, do some really interesting and diverse matchups, and give you a bit of a presentation you won't get anywhere else. So make sure you check it out. Now let's check out that pop. Well, it appears they really have done quite the reimagining of the character, but to be fair, he's not very well known in the comics. He actually made his first appearance in 1986's Blue Beetle #1, and although he doesn't sit in the same league as other DC villains like the Joker, Lex Luthor, or Catwoman, he does have close ties to previous versions of the Blue Beetle, Dan Garrett and Ted Kord. Now, Conrad was an archaeologist and one of Dan Garrett's rivals who eventually discovers one of his hidden laboratories and finds an indestructible robot. In the comics, Carapax touches the robot and is electrocuted and killed. However, his consciousness is actually transferred into the robot, and he becomes one of the Blue Beetle's most powerful foes. I do believe they're doing somewhat of a loose adaptation of this story, considering Ted Kord is missing, kind of the pieces are falling into place, but honestly, this is a major change to the character's costume, and looks more akin to Jaime's Scarab costume than the classic version in the comics. The character in the comics is huge, over 8 foot tall, and literally a giant robot. But to be fair, this is a Funko Pop, and they are generally sized the same, so we might not be seeing the scale for the villain that many people are hoping to see. Now, I do believe we're likely to get another trailer for Blue Beetle very soon. The film drops in August, and with a Flash right around the corner, I really do feel like Warner Brothers and DC Studios is going to give us another look and another trailer, and hopefully in that trailer we get a better look at the upcoming villain. When that finally happens, well, we're going to have to wait and see.